So today is Tuesday, August 18th in a different little location because Dwight is using my office today and sharing is caring. So today I have to finish a branding class and I'm basically just doing a screen share and hey everyone, so I tried to vlog yesterday. I'm probably gonna repeat all the things that I said yesterday because my camera died and I had to basically use my phone, and I don't think I'm gonna like the footage that's on there. So I launched my Patreon this past weekend. Yay! I kind of had a skeleton of one put up over the last few months, but I didn't really do anything or promote or push it. And I think I was really just trying to figure out like the layout, the system, and what I wanted to do in terms of rewards. So I finally basically got it all together, figured out my rewards, got everything planned out because we know I'm a planner and I have to write things down or else I feel like my brain is discombobulated. I have my calendar for the month ready to go. It's not always the best to launch a Patreon mid-month, but you know what? We're making it work. I already have my plans for the next 6 months, and then we'll see where we go from there. And I already have my first Patreon. So thank you, Ryan, so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. There goes the light. I need me some light. Okay, we're gonna do this. Is that better? Okay. Oh no, it's too bright. Oh, the clouds are not working with me today. So thank you, Ryan, so much for your support. Truly appreciate it. I actually know Ryan. I worked with him before during my time running Halfstack Magazine. He helped photograph actually our very last issue. He's an amazing and incredibly talented photographer. Check out his Instagram, tons of gorgeous photography. He's a photographer, a dancer, and he plays the piano as well. I connected with him through another fellow creative and artist friend, Jenny Velasco from the Art and Soul blog. She used to work as a writer for Halfstack. She was our music lead and she covered all kinds of things like music festivals and stuff like that. That's one of the things I kind of miss about running the magazine is all the awesome events that we were able to cover. But I met Ryan through Jenny and he's on Instagram at r.a.x.y.n, and give him a follow and just like all of his gorgeous city photos. I keep telling him he needs to sell prints because I need to get my hands on one so I can put it in like just find a space for gorgeous Chicago centered photography, and it's just really beautiful. So thank you, Ryan. You're my first shout out. Yay! Hopefully there will be more to come. I'm really excited about working on this project. The goal is to not just do digital products, but actually my higher level tiers like what Ryan is at. My pen pals will actually be essentially my pen pals. So I'm working on product and these are some of the goodies for this month's Patreon Happy Mailbox or Pen Pal tier. I'm gonna cut a little mini manila folder to put everything in. I'm gonna throw in some little Dymo labels as well with some sayings, and I have a little Kiss Cut sticker set to add in, and that'll be it. I'll show you guys when I'm all done. and then from time to time stuff that I'll pull from my shop too, to send out to the people who support and pledge. Yeah, so that's done. That was fun. I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes. The reason why I'm nervous is that it adds I'm basically upping the level of work that I have to do in terms of videos and content creation. So I do about 4, maybe 5 videos a month, releasing 1 video a week for YouTube, and then some additional ones as needed. And then I do a really extra long big one basically for my Skillshare class, but those are multiple videos for a course. And I do 1 class a month over on Skillshare. So with this, I'm basically adding 2 additional videos to my workload, an exclusive video and then a Q&A. So I'm just gonna try to be strategic about how long they are, and what they cover. But yeah, I'm excited. It should be fun. It'll definitely be a push for growth. Is how fast I can get with editing. Like, that's not, like, you just don't even know. Like, well, those of you who do this, you know, but sometimes people, I don't think, really realize how much time, effort, and energy goes into editing. Like that, I have to work on editing my Skillshare class that goes live at the end of the month, and then I wanted to quickly, you know, jump on and do some stuff for the vlog for next week. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Maybe I can go for a walk or a run. I didn't run this morning because I knew I had stuff that I needed to do, and I ran yesterday, and I'm trying to stagger my running because my Achilles tendon on my left foot is hurting. And if you guys don't fully know, I should do a story time at some point. I will. But I ruptured my Achilles tendon on my right leg. I'm a runner. I ran a lot over the years. I was running 3 miles a day, 3 or 4 days a week, and then sometimes I do a longer run on a trail that we have on in our area. But 2 Junes ago, I ruptured my right Achilles tendon, and it completely disconnected from my calf muscle. I know, sorry, gross, but it's just part of what I'm trying to tell you guys. And I couldn't walk for 7 months. I was on crutches. I had a big surgery, and my health has deteriorated since then, but I've been trying to basically, like, lose the weight I gained, get back to, like, my running schedule. And to be honest, it hurts still, even now, 2 years later. It hurts, and I can get about a mile and a half in before I'm really uncomfortable. I've been, like, yesterday I ran almost the whole time, and then I only walked for a little bit towards the end on my way back home. But that's, like, a big thing for me, is to be able to run for an extended period of time without too much pain. The pain is still there, but the reason why I'm staggering my runs, I ran yesterday, so I don't want to run today, is because my left Achilles tendon has been, like, hurting me. It's been aching a lot recently, and I think it's because, like, I've been basically favoring that leg over the injured leg, and it's probably just overused. My Achilles is, I don't know, it's just, I feel like I have tendonitis in it, and it hurts. So I have been really pushing myself to stretch and do yoga, and I want to regain that strength that I had before so that I can run. But I'm noticing that if I run multiple days in a row, I'll be in a lot of pain for an extended period of time. So, like, last week I ran, I did yoga, and then I ran again, like 3 days in a row. And all last weekend, my Achilles on my left side, like my healthy leg, was in so much pain. Like, I was near tears. Like, I was incredibly uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't walk properly. So yeah, so it's just, I had a really rough couple years in terms of health, and I think also the added weight that I have on my body because of, you know, that surgery. I couldn't walk. I wasn't exercising the same way I used to exercise, so I gained a lot of weight. I gained 40 pounds in the span of a year, and I think it was part of the stress and all that stuff. Yes, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, how my body is gonna react. And yeah, so I didn't run today, but I don't feel bad because I need to rest my leg because I ran yesterday, and I do not want to hurt myself again. Like, do not ever want to hurt myself again. that injury is an injury that is so painful that I'd never even wish it upon like my worst enemy. It's just, it was hard. So yeah, so I got a lot of work to do on my body and health, but that was the goal this year, is to focus on getting back to myself and putting in the time for self-care. And for me, running is self-care. I love to run. 6 months after I had Sophia, I ran a half marathon. I wanted to run another like an actual full marathon. I got hurt, and now I'm just trying to run for peace and run for my health and run for me, without being competitive. And it's so funny like how I hurt myself. It's the stupidest thing. I was working out, but it was a total freak accident, and I'll tell you guys about it one day. But yeah, so I'll stop blabbering. Just know that I don't know why I was talking about this. Oh yeah, because I didn't run today. I was thinking about going for a walk instead later today, so I still get some activity. That's awesome. You see any fishies? Nice. So Bella and Sophie are being my interns today. I have a wholesale order I gotta fulfill. It's going out to Ohio. And then I wanted to quickly open this up. If you guys watch Sheena over on She Meets City, she runs the Etsy shop Brooklyn Post. I got a print from her that I'm really excited about. She's super talented, great packaging. She's just an amazing creative who's very inspiring. So I wanted to support her shop and unbox what I got.
so pretty.
See, it is so pretty. Let's see. We're gonna try that. That's very eco-friendly of us.
You have to save the sticker.
Okay.
Because it's so pretty.
I saw these. I actually think I saw her packaging my order on her last studio vlog because she was working on stuff before. And I saw my name, Jennifer. So let's see if it's the same. Look, cute little.
Can I have that?
Here, these are mommy's. Hold on, let's see. It's so pretty. Wow.
Shoot them.
Cute little print, really beautiful, high quality. And I really got it because it says New York City. All right, so now we gotta get to cutting labels for our big washi tape wholesale order and then shipping stuff out today. We're gonna change it to less because I want a kiss cut for the pressure. And then, okay, that should be good. Why is my... Perfection. Okay guys, so I wanted to quickly unbox one of my very good friends and a fellow artist, an incredibly talented photographer. You'll find her online at Batsy B. Her name's Stephanie. She just opened up her own Etsy shop called Sweet Universe. She is by far, and I say this about a lot of my friends who are artists and creatives, and she's just, you know, I've been very lucky over the years to work with some incredibly talented people, especially when I was working on Halfstack. That's how I ended up meeting a lot of my creative friends. We collaborated on this indie digital magazine that I had launched, and Stephanie was an intern who turned into a great friend and someone that all these years later I'm still connected with, and she had been talking about launching an Etsy shop, and I was so excited that she was gonna take the dive and go for it. And so she launched Sweet Universe, which is her Etsy shop, and her first round of products are inspired by her baking, but basically creating universes within her photos of her baking. It's just so creative. Like, I loved it. I absolutely adored the concept, and I wanted to make sure I can get my hands on some of the first batches of products that she released. So she has her magazine, or her zine. I don't want to show all the photos because I want you guys to purchase and support, you know, indie makers like Stephanie. So this is her zine, and then I got one of her gorgeous 5x7 prints. Like, she is such an incredible photographer. Like, her skills with lighting and it's just amazing. Like, she can make something as mundane as, you know, suburbia and dusk and, you know, power towers just look like ethereal pieces of art. She's just incredible and amazing. So this is one of her prints. I just had to have it, and I'm gonna put this up in my workspace. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Super talented, Sweet Universe Studios, and yeah, I'll check in later. Hi guys, so I wanted to add this little Q&A section to the end of my vlogs. Basically, I did like a call to questions over on Instagram because I'm doing questions over on my Patreon, just especially for my patrons. And then I wanted to do, you know, quicker snippets over on YouTube as well, because I think some of the questions are really applicable both ways for both crowds. So someone asked a really great question, basically about running a business, how do you find insurance, and things like taxes. The whole tax stuff has to be like its own separate entity, but I'm going to give you two resources that I think are the most helpful. First, for insurance, the healthcare.gov website and their actual hotline are going to be your go-to. You can find a broker. I don't know if that costs anything. I haven't used one in the past, but the website has a ton of helpful information. I know it can be also a pain in the butt having to wait on the line for like a representative, but that's my other suggestion, is calling that hotline so that you can talk to an actual physical person who can then give you options based on your needs. But for the website, and don't mind me because I'm looking off screen because I'm pulling up the website, the healthcare.gov website has an actual like topic section. So if you click on see topics, there's two that are really helpful. It's basically how to apply and enroll, and the second one is picking a plan. I would highly suggest research, and I know I say, like, I'm always talking about research before you design, research before you do this, but this is really important to research your options in terms of the different healthcare providers. So whether it's like Blue Cross Blue Shield or Aetna or things like that, research them, see if they meet the needs of whatever it is that you have, and then keep those in mind as you call the hotline. And you can enroll online, but I would suggest calling the hotline first, like the customer service number first, so that you can talk to a person who can then give you options in terms of the different plans that they can offer. So I would suggest getting at least 3 different options: a lower tiered option, a mid-tier option, and then a high tier option, and write it down as you're talking to this person. I think you could even get an email. You can request that they send you an email recap of the plans, and they'll send that to you, and then you can look at that and you figure out, like, what is your deductible? What is that max that you have to reach before they start covering? What percentage coverage are they going to give you? Is it 80-20, where they cover 80 but then you have to cover 20%? Like, keep all that stuff in mind, but actually physically, or not physically, but actually talking to a physical person is gonna be the most beneficial thing when it comes to finding insurance as a small business owner. You also let them know, hey, I'm a small business owner. Does that, you know, factor into pricing as well? So that's my biggest suggestion, is utilizing the healthcare.gov website, looking at their help topics, and then calling the actual hotline, the helpline, and talking to a person so that they can run you through options. My other suggestion then for like the tax stuff, for launching your business, the other website I would suggest you visit, at least if you're in Illinois, is the cyberdriveillinois.gov website. And it's basically our Secretary of State website. It's where we go and get, like, register our driver's licenses and update and renew them if we don't have to go in person to the DMV. It's like the DMV stuff but online, but they have a specific section for business owners and business services, and that's where we usually basically register our business and then get all the information and forms and things like that, and pay for if we're going to like establish an LLC or an S Corp or an incorporated business. If you're a sole proprietor, that means it's just you, and you're going to use things like your social security number to file taxes and stuff like that, and there's not too much protection, whereas those other options give you more protection. But that's another video that maybe I'll talk about in the future, like the different types of businesses and what that entails. That's actually a class that I've taught in the past relating to entrepreneurship. But that website is going to be a great asset to you because they have all kinds of PDFs that relate to how to organize different types of companies, the forms that you need, and stuff like that. The next website that I would suggest you utilize as a resource is the mytax.illinois.gov. If you are selling products or services, or if you're a business, like you need to get a business license, that's where you're going to be able to grab that. You're going to be able to register a business and get your business license through that website. You just need to find something similar if you're in a different state. But basically we have like a REG-1 new business registration, and then if you actually sell physical products, you're likely going to have to pay sales tax For Etsy, we're kind of lucky in the sense that they pay that for us as part of our fees, but you may still need to file the actual form through, you know, your state's entity, and sometimes we have to do that in Illinois too. So it just depends on the type of business you are, but that is where you're likely going to file any type of business or sales tax forms. And then of course the irs.gov website for your regular taxes. I would suggest you get an accountant if you can afford one. If you don't have any idea or any clue at all whatsoever about accounting, then you're probably better off not doing your taxes on your own. I'm not an accountant, but I did go to business school, and a lot of my classes were financial. I had to learn accounting 1, accounting 2. I had to do business management, financial management, statistics. I don't know how I passed any of those classes because I'm an artist, and getting my MBA was, oh boy. That's another story. But if you don't know taxes, don't try to do them yourself. Utilize a website like QuickBooks or hire someone. Fortunately for me, because I had to take all those classes and learn all that stuff, I do my own taxes, but that's just me, and sometimes people don't even want to worry about it, so they have someone else deal with it, and that's totally fine. It just depends on what's best for you. But for me, I know it, so I literally don't just do mine, I do like my whole family's. I'm the person that everyone comes to at the end of the day. Jenna, can you help us with our taxes? That's me. So I do mine first, and I do it early. And mind you, I still teach at a university too, so it's like I have kind of a jumble of different forms I have to apply with. I do mostly 1040, but then because I'm a freelancer, depending on the type of companies I'm working with, and depending on how much, you know, maybe they pay me out for certain things, they may have to give me a 1099. But the thing is, most companies aren't that responsible, so it's up to me, it's up to you to actually track your income. You can use something like QuickBooks, it makes it easy, or you can do the traditional way and use like a spreadsheet. I do that. It's just because what I'm used to and how I've set up my files. But it can be a hassle and it can be a pain. So if my big suggestion for that too is, if you don't know anything about taxes, pay the extra money and go have someone do them for you, or use a website like QuickBooks, or, you know, the Intuit software to make like TurboTax to make it easier. I use a website called Free Tax USA, and it's a great option. I can file my federal taxes free. I just have to pay for my state tax, and it's only $11, like $11.95. So that's an option if you don't want to pay like an arm and a leg to get your taxes done. But again, like I said, do that only if you are comfortable with financial things and accounting and stuff like that. If you're not, and you don't know what the hell you're doing, don't do it, because you don't want to screw something up. Because that's a whole other scary thing to have to deal with. So I would highly suggest utilizing the federal, like the irs.gov website, and the My Tax Illinois website, as well as the CyberDrive Illinois website, to figure out how you're going to establish your business, and then anything that you need for that business type before you do your taxes at the end of the year, you can do it like that, and, you know, get all that stuff done, the administrative stuff done first, and then you'll be prepared for when you have to do your taxes at the end of the year. I know it's scary and it's hard and it takes time and practice, but like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it by yourself. If you know what you're doing, then by all means, you can suffer alongside with me. Those are the main resources that I want to share this week, because someone talked about those and asked those. And then quickly, one last thing. Again, I'm going to give this book a shout out. The Pricing and Ethical Guidelines Handbook by the Graphic Artists Guild. They have great information on contract pricing, and even stuff like taxes and the boring things, but it's really informative and helpful. And if you are trying to figure out the basics of, you know, establishing, setting up your business and figuring out pricing and things like that when it comes to clients, that is the book that you should definitely look at. It's a great industry standard, and then you can build it up from there. I hope these were helpful and informative. I know the websites that I'm sending you to are very boring and very bookish, but they will be helpful. And if you're gonna do something, you know, in a legit manner, they're a great place to start. anytime I work with like business consult clients or family members come to me asking me, what do I do? These are the places that I send them. I highlight the forms that they need, but it does require you guys doing the legwork in order to ensure that you're established well. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.